What I'm about to tell you changed everything for me, and I suspect it might for you too. As you navigate the complexities of modern life, you're likely no stranger to the concept of discipline. It's a virtue often touted as essential for success, for achieving our goals, and for living a productive life. But have you ever stopped to consider what discipline truly means, and what it might reveal about our inner lives? You see, discipline is often associated with restriction, with limitation, with denying ourselves the things that bring us pleasure. But what if I told you that the disciplined life is actually a life of inner freedom? A life where you're not controlled by your desires, your impulses, or your circumstances, but where you're the master of your own destiny. This is a concept that's been explored by philosophers throughout Western tradition, and one that I'd like to dive into with you today. Let's start with the Stoics, who perhaps embody the spirit of discipline more than any other school of thought. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, writes about the importance of living in accordance with reason, of cultivating a sense of inner strength and resilience that allows us to navigate life's challenges with equanimity. For Aurelius, discipline is not about denying oneself pleasure, but about living in accordance with one's values and principles. It's about being able to distinguish between what's truly important and what's merely fleeting. But this idea of living in accordance with reason is not unique to the Stoics. The pre-Socratic philosopher Heraclitus, for example, noted that the way up and the way down are one and the same. What he meant by this is that our lives are marked by cycles of growth and decay, of expansion and contraction. And it's through discipline that we're able to navigate these cycles, to find a sense of balance and equilibrium in the midst of chaos. Now, I want to ask you a question. Has this ever happened to you? You're working towards a goal, and you feel like you're making progress, but then suddenly you hit a roadblock. You feel like giving up, like it's all too much. What do you do in that moment? Do you push through, or do you throw in the towel? What would you have done? The Epicureans, another Hellenistic school, took a slightly different approach to discipline. For them, the goal was not to live in accordance with reason, but to live a life of moderation and simplicity. They believed that by limiting our desires, by living modestly, we could cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment. This is not about denying oneself pleasure entirely, but about being mindful of what truly brings us joy. As you reflect on your own life, I encourage you to consider what's truly important to you. What are your values, your principles? Are you living in accordance with them? Do you feel like you're being controlled by your desires, or are you the master of your own destiny? Pause here for a moment. Think about this. Share your answer below. The Cynics, on the other hand, took a more radical approach to discipline. They believed in living in accordance with nature, in rejecting the conventions of society and embracing a life of simplicity and self-sufficiency. For them, discipline was not about achieving some external goal, but about cultivating a sense of inner strength and freedom. This is the turning point. In modern life, we're often encouraged to focus on external measures of success, our careers, our relationships, our possessions. But what if true freedom lies not in achieving these external goals, but in cultivating a sense of inner strength and resilience? What if discipline is not about restriction, but about liberation? Do not skip over what comes next. because it's easy to miss. The medieval Christian philosopher Augustine wrote about the importance of living a life of virtue, of cultivating habits of character that allow us to live in accordance with our values. For Augustine, discipline was not just about achieving some external goal, but about becoming a certain kind of person. This is a subtle but important distinction. You see, when we focus on external measures of success, we can often become fixated on the wrong things. We might achieve our goals, but still feel unfulfilled, still feel like we're lacking something. But when we focus on cultivating inner strength and resilience, on becoming a certain kind of person, we open ourselves up to a deeper sense of freedom and fulfillment. Now, I want to challenge you. What is your take on this, that the disciplined life is a life of inner freedom? Or do you think differently? Let me know your thoughts below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the demands of work, relationships, and technology. We're constantly connected, constantly bombarded with information and stimuli. But what if discipline is not about adding more to our lives, but about subtracting? What if it's about creating space, about cultivating a sense of inner calm and clarity? This is the part most people miss. Discipline is not just about achieving some external goal, but about cultivating a sense of inner strength and resilience. It's about being able to navigate life's challenges with equanimity, to find a sense of balance and equilibrium in the midst of chaos. If this resonates with you, consider subscribing. We release new wisdom every week, and you'd like to explore more ideas like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have you join our community. As you reflect on your own life, I encourage you to consider what's truly important to you. What are your values, your principles? Are you living in accordance with them? Are you cultivating a sense of inner strength and resilience, or are you being controlled by your desires and circumstances? Keep this with you. The disciplined life is a life of inner freedom. Repeat it to yourself, and see what it means for you. Which of these lessons resonated most with you today? Share this with someone who needs to hear it and comment below. I read every single one. In closing, I want to leave you with a quote from the philosopher Montaigne, who wrote, "The man who fears work and loves to idle away his time is not worthy of living." What did he mean by this? Is it a call to be more productive, or is it something deeper? Is it an invitation to live a life of purpose and meaning, a life where we're not controlled by our desires, but where we're the masters of our own destiny? As you go about your day, I encourage you to reflect on your own relationship with discipline. What does it mean to you? Is it a virtue to be cultivated, or is it a form of restriction? Whatever your thoughts, I hope you'll join me in exploring the quiet mind and in discovering the freedom that lies within.